How about a magic trick?
Alright, so the basic idea in 1v1 skills is is to give yourself the upper hand any way possible and force your enemy into a situation where he cannot act as fast as you or as precise as you. And to achieve it, it's very important to utilize covers properly and engage from a corner. Like, if you look at this big orange box, it is a nice corner. Let's imagine my enemy is in front of me. And what I do is, like, most players, what they do is that they come out, turn around, and start shooting him. The big problem is that you're still moving in a way that you are already in a front line, in a line of sight from the enemy, so he starts shooting you first. Except to slice the pie at the corner is far more efficient because you're still sticking to the cover. You're still sticking to your cover. So if your enemy out damages you or outscales you, you just get back, medkit yourself, and you're still safe. Staying alive is the most important thing in squad play. And one more tip, one more trick about this is that if you memorize the room and most of the point rooms, then you can pre-aim your enemy because here I know that what kind of covers are in front of me. So I'm not slicing the pie, but I'm pre-aiming the corner, and once some pop out, I'm already aiming at that very point. Or if I cannot do it for the first time, I adjust it and do it for the second time. And so I don't have to move my mouse when I get out of cover. I just aim with it, and I don't move it at all. And once I'm out of cover, I'm already aiming at the tip of the corner, at the enemy cover or at the enemy head. That's pre-aiming. With pre-aiming, you can conserve a lot of times, because what happens when you start engaging someone is that you get out of cover. With your reaction time, you realize where is he, what is he doing, what type of class. Then you have to adjust your cursor, your aim on his head or his body. And with pre-aiming, you save the time of adjusting too much. You have to adjust much less, and you're already ready to shoot because you know that you're gonna peek out. So this way, you give yourself a really high advantage. Right. About more advanced cover usage, I would mention partial cover, like manner if you will stand around here, and I go up to those boxes. What you see, like, do you see more than my head?
I see only your head.
Yeah, am I an easy cover for you? Am I an easy target for you?
No, not really. Not exactly. In the middle of battle there will be a lot of going on, so no.
And on my screen, I can shoot you in the body.
Maybe we can switch?
Yeah, let's switch. So we see my whole body, and I will only see your head. It isn't extremely hard. I cannot really shoot you there, but you have my whole body. So that way, you're only popping your head, and it's extremely hard to hit. Some good players can aim that way, but it's either hard to see if you're not moving. If you're stationary there, I cannot really see you or expect that you're gonna be there because it's just so small target. And you can find such covers everywhere around if you're creative enough. But keep in mind, if the cover is too high, then you start shooting into the cover instead of the enemy. And yeah, and let's go towards double peeking. And let's say that Monnery and me are in one team. The enemy is up front, in front of us, and we engage from this very angle. Of course, I'm playing as a medic, so I'm behind Monnery when we are engaging. And Monnery, when you peek, what I'm gonna do is like instantly press F and I peek with you.
Alright, so I'm about to peek.
Yeah, do it. And I'm peeking with you. I'm on the right side of your shoulder. And another thing that would be nicer to do is that I immediately jump to these boxes, because like this, if we peek on our enemies, we are not going to bother each other with our line of sight, because it might happen that if I'm standing behind Monnery, I friendly shoot him. And that friendly shoot is gonna be headshot because I'm aiming at the headshot area. But like this, we can set up crossfires. And still, I'm healing you with my proxy heal. some
It-
close enough to you to support, but far enough not to bother each other.
Yeah, it would be good to mention that the the AOE heal has a quite big range, so you don't have to worry being too far, really.
Yeah, it's like 3 meters, around 3 meters. It's really high and really useful.
So it is easy
And
to stay in the proximity of your heavy as a medic. You don't have to stay, close to him, that close.
yeah. And like with this setup, if I see Monori engaging towards like going towards the enemy cover, I can go with him immediately because I see him on the screen. And of course I will act slower, but it's just fine because I'm the medic. So yeah, this is the medic and heavy mindset. Strafing and crouch meta, maybe. What do you think?
Alright, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, alright, so like cut here or something, this is the other important thing. Let's say we engage each other. Not like shooting, but just standing in front of each other. And of course we are going for headshots. And the head is the smallest part of the body, so you have to evade it. And one thing to do is like strafing with AD. And the hard thing about strafing with AD is that your enemy is going to do it as well. And that way it's hard to track and counter move your mouse to with your strafing and track your enemy. So what you can do is that you follow your enemy strafing and rely on your own aim. It's like if you see him going on the right, you go with him and you just aim at him. That's it. And that throws out most of the players because they are trained to actually move their mouse in a cross way as they are strafing, but his enemy is not. So they're going to start moving the mouse immediately without actually realizing what's going on. The other thing about crouch meta is that what most of the people does is that as soon as they see someone, they just crouch down back and forth like this. Now one big problem with it is that your enemy is going to be strafing, you're crouching back and down, so you have to adjust your aim not only horizontally but vertically as well. I do not recommend doing it. What I do most of the time is that once I get my first headshot, and if it does not kill me, after the first headshot I crouch down and I wait. Yeah, I'm not crouching back immediately, because if I'm crouching back immediately, what's gonna happen is that my enemy is not aiming down, not following me, but just gonna keep headshotting me. So with the first headshot, I just crouch down and wait till he starts shooting me as well, and then I crouch back and start strafing. That way, I can throw his aim very well away. This is important to do it with the first headshot because a lot of times, even so if it's a mid or close range engagement, some people are just going to ADS you in the chest. And if they're ADSing you in the chest and you crouch down, they're just gonna headshot you and you aid them. So it's very important to wait for the first headshot, or you somehow detect that now they are going to start headshotting you because like after 3-4 bullets they just aim, and then you go down strafe and go up and strafe.
Yeah, right, so now you see guys, I'm shooting him basically around the waist or chest, so when he crouch, his head is basically at my aim, so he crouched himself into the headshot. Bad idea.
Yeah, I would say that's it. Yeah, everything. Thank you very much.